All right, now these 5 trig thinkers are meant to do exactly that, make you think. But often I provide support to students. Of course, typically once you have thought about the problem, the only thing is that I might need to provide a little support before, just because I am not here. So I recommend that you still think about the problem before you maybe listen to my hints. But you most certainly can listen to my hints whenever you want. And your ultimate goal is to combine some trig triangle thinking to solve these problems. If you need some extra paper, that is fine. Sometimes students can't fit everything on this paper, so just grab an extra sheet if you need to. Now listen, all these problems, or maybe I should say most of these problems, require you to draw in some additional lines, but don't go bonkers. Don't start drawing lines everywhere. A lot of times it's just drawing in like 1 or 2 strategic lines. And so if you look at this first problem, you're trying to figure out basically the length of this dotted line. Okay, yeah, you're trying to get the length of this dotted line, but it may be wise if you just figure out perhaps half of its length, if you just do a little bit of thinking about what you're given. And you are given that this red distance right here, this 9 feet distance, it certainly could transfer to this spot. And through some simple triangle rules, it is definitely true that that red distance also transfers to this spot. I may have already told you too much, but you can take that and find, again, that entire dotted line distance. Now, the second problem here is supposed to kind of feel like a 3-dimensional copper cover, okay? But ultimately, you just want to get the area of this thing. A couple thoughts. First off, the triangle, sort of this blue triangle on the left side, it is 100% symmetrical with this blue triangle here on the right side. When it comes to drawing in some strategic lines, I'm going to recommend that you draw a vertical line. Okay, and the nice thing about that vertical line is it gives you a right triangle, but it also, if you transfer or draw that same vertical line over here, you not only have another right triangle, but you also have created a certain rectangle. There's going to be some things that you can figure out about this rectangle. I'll let you take it from there. Again, you want to get the total area. Number 3, my fave problem. What we're trying to do is get the area of the shaded region, but you're going to need to think a little bit about circles and triangles. Don't forget the area of a circle. Area of a circle, you could certainly look it up, okay, but I'll give it to you since I told you I'd give you some hints. When it comes to lines, you want to draw strategic lines. It looks like I'm told something about the radius. And yes, students, this line right here would be the radius, but it's not very strategic. It does not interact with the triangle in a very strategic way. But if you draw the line from here to here, yes, it's still a radius, and now it also interacts with the triangle. Well, I would recommend that you think about drawing a few more radii similar to that red one that I drew, such that they will interact with the triangle. Number 4, nice problem about roof trusses. You don't need any hints for that one. How about number 5? Kind of a neat problem. Okay. What you have to do is you have to, once again, draw in some strategic lines. Okay, and I have a feeling that you really don't need to be told that this is a strategic line and this is a strategic line. Probably what you need to realize is what would happen if this bridge or if these leaves would actually come down. Well, think about it. If this leaf comes down, it's going to eventually come to this spot, and its partner over here is going to do the same thing. So make sure you think about what would be true if the leaves come down. It should help you as you ultimately work in either one or both of these triangles. Yes, you're going to work in one or both of these triangles so that you can eventually get theta. All right, so there's your hints and help. Now it's your turn to have a little fun with these 5 thinkers. Remember, this is not due until 2 class periods.